Yo, 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 yo. We back, we back. Nah, I know I'm supposed to start at half. Fucking these goddamn kids. We gotta talk about Durky. Durky, yo! Yo, people mischaracterizing that paperwork. Everybody running. Everybody doing videos, Durk paperwork and this and that. Feds hit Durk with additional charges. Man, y'all know we gonna get to the real. Yeah. I know we gonna get to the real. I'm like 2 minutes with my house. Siobhan, what it is? Man, I wanted to go live last night, yo, but I got busy at work. And by the time I got in the house, I was tired, man. I ain't gonna lie. I went straight. Appreciate Siobhan for the $20 cash app, bro. Straight up. Appreciate it. But Durk. So Durk got superseded yesterday. They added charges and they took charges away. Well, overt acts. They didn't really add charges. They really added overt acts. The charge is still murder for hire. And that's the thing, like people not giving y'all, like nobody even talked about the charges, the overt act that they took away. Nobody referenced that. Like all the blogs that I seen post Durk get superseded, get hit with additional charges, but nobody talked about the charge they took away. And I ain't talking about the overt act, and I ain't talking about the lyrics. Nope. They took away more than just the lyrics. And this doesn't mean they got new evidence. They don't have any new evidence, right? Now, what they probably think is, and I'm explaining to y'all when I get in the house. Like I said, they took one of the charges away of a murder for payment or some shit like that. I'm gonna pull it up. My man Alvin sent it to me. So what they basically saying is they don't have enough evidence to prove that he paid anybody. But they got evidence of stalking that led to murder or something like that. Yo, that is equivalent to you ever caught a ticket and they just write you the same ticket over and over and over and rewrite it. I mean, it's the same ticket. It's just different wording. That's all that is, man. Like all this was the feds playing dirty, like I said they was probably going to do when we first talked about Durk getting granted the bond. Like I'm sure they're gonna try a dirty trick, cause that's what they do. So the plan is we're gonna add another charge. So now when we go to court, we can say, look, Your Honor, he just got superseded yesterday. You feel me? That's how they operate, right? I mean, Durk not getting no bond anyway, but that was just to seal the deal, you know? That was just to seal the deal, y'all. It's the same case. Same evidence, niggas the fucking same. The only thing is, I don't think they got proof that Durk paid anybody, based off them taking off the murder for payment. That I pull up to the crib, get in front of the computer. I ain't got no motherfucking out on that. The feds play dirty, y'all. That's just what they do. Hey man, what's up, Robin? Yeah, they play dirty. They not. No, this is the thing. They not allowing Durk to get from under this shit. For real, if we want to be totally honest. Drew Finland out here on interview runs. I think a lot of that shit is pissing the feds off. Durk put out a statement saying they prosecute him for his lyrics. So it's a game, yo. This is what a fight looks like. You know what I mean? This is when you fighting for your life. This is what it looks like. It's gonna be a lot of back and forth, a lot of motions filed, a lot of the especially dealing with the feds. A lot of the feds doing dirty tactics. They did the same shit with Diddy. They hitting Diddy with new charges all the way up until trial. You know what I mean? Diddy start trial on Monday. They just slapped you with, well, not new charges, because they don't really be new charges. But that's how they present it to the world. Like, yeah, we just hit it with new charges. No, it ain't. It's the same charges, nigga. You just worded it different. Instead of murder for hire, you said murder by stalking. You know what I mean? Hey, that shit ain't no fucking difference. Same shit. Same evidence. Nothing different. You know, yo, because they can when they charge you, it's a lot of charges that carry like the same meaning. And if they want to, they can hit you with every single one of them bitches. And typically they don't. But they can if they want to. You know what I mean? It's all about what the fuck they feel like doing. Man, y'all brought the broke light out the house. 92Q, what it is. Man, just trying to give a real perspective on this Durk shit, because I think people mischaracterizing it. People characterizing it as a new charge, and it ain't. It's the same shit. Just different word. That's all it is. Same shit, same case, same evidence. Because if y'all think about it, yo, with the indictment, with the original indictment, they had enough to charge Durk with stalking. You know what I mean? With the original indictment. They said that Durk had money on anybody associated to Quano Rondo, or whatever the fuck they said. They said that Durk and them got the location and set this plan up. That's stalking, bro. Y'all. That's stalking. They had enough in the original indictment to do that shit. They just didn't. I'm trying to get all the paperwork. I'm sure somebody got it. We might gotta check out one of their videos. But I don't be liking niggas' takes. That's why it'd be hard for me to watch them. They're not saying somebody took a plea deal with Big U in Big U case that has nothing to do with Big U. It has nothing to do with Big U. He took a plea deal on some guns. I think it was like an arms deal or something. Big U ain't locked up for no guns. See, when they come down with RICOs like that, like RICOs, and they locked up 15, 20 people. Everybody got their own charges for real. They just tied it up to make it an enterprise. You know, because they might have some type of loose affiliation. Like, it don't even gotta be no real affiliation. It could be a loose affiliation. Oh, really? What that much? Alright. Lot of cases. A lot of times these be grabbing niggas to get them to tell. There's a lot going on for real. Y'all make sure y'all share the live, yo, because YouTube is playing a dirty game with us. I know y'all been noticing that. They playing a dirty game with us. No, Durk ain't beating the case, bro. The feds ain't gonna allow him to beat it, bro. The feds play dirty, man. Like, this is another dirty move. This was just as dirty as the last bail hearing. Y'all remember what they did at the last bail hearing? Wait till I get in front of the computer so we can really sit down. Y'all remember what they did at the last bail hearing? They introduced the D-Thing shit that he still haven't been charged with. They got a better chance of trying to get the case. We'll see what happened with that. I meant to get some Black and Miles. Shit. Man, they ain't damn sending notifications out for me, bro. It is what it is. Fuck them. But Yeah, remember at the last bail hearing they introduced the D thing murder. That ain't have shit to do with the case. And he still haven't been charged with. It's just the feds playing dirty, yo. That's what they do. They dirty. Before they allow a motherfucker to get out on a bond, they lie, they do all type of illegal shit. It's just something that they can, because they can't use the lyrics no more. Remember the last bail hearing, the lyrics was a big thing. Oh, then he glamorized it by saying this, that, and the third. Whole time. I feel a fucking lie. Why don't they get them bags, yo? It's only a few. You heard me? Son, need one of y'all, I need two of y'all to go get them bags. It's in the trunk. Good. You sent me the whole indictment? What the fuck is that? Dumbass lie, man. Let me kill that motherfucker real quick. You sent it to my email or you sent it to Instagram, bro? That big dumbass flag or what? This bitch gonna aggravate me, man. Big ass horse fly in this bitch. I gotta get my lighter. Hold up, y'all. Get my lighter real quick. All right, y'all. Shit, my bad. Yeah, they just trying to. The feds play dirty, yo. I mean, all of them play dirty, to be honest. But the feds, they move to a beat of their own drum, man. They just do whatever the fuck they want to do. Hold on. I bet. My cousin asked me for. Fuck. Well, I'm trying to connect to my Wi-Fi. All right, we good. All right, we back. We back. Yeah, plus I want to address Charleston White nonsense too, man. Charleston White back saying nonsense again, and people who still. Hey, yeah. Hey, yo, what the fuck is wrong with people, man? I'm saying though, niggas still, out of all the bullshit Charleston White just said, right? It's still people that be like, nah, yo, you missing, you missing the message. Hey, yo. Charleston White ain't got no message, y'all. Hate to be the bird bad news, yo, for people that believes him. But that man ain't got no fucking message, man. That man sat there and said that you need to leave your kids. You know what I mean? If you 25, you need to leave your kids and bring them back something. Leave them for 10 years if need. The nigga said. They yo saying shit. They wouldn't mind. They gonna be happy. That's what he said, yo. And people like, no, you ain't understanding what he's saying. Hey, yo. Your kid will fucking hate you after 10 years, nigga. What the fuck you talking about? Even if you come back with something. This nigga fucking stupid. Charles White stupid. That nigga stupid as shit, but that nigga got better. No, yo. Nigga said, that's what they be saying. No, yo, you missing the message. It's a message in it. So Hassan Campbell called him out about it. Charles White talking about, but Hassan Campbell sell out too. Nigga, you run plays, nigga. Nigga be tripping niggas out. Nigga try to perpetrate that's honorable, but be with that bitch running plays and shit. Hey, is this it? This the government response to Dirk Bell? This the one with or is this the same paper we already read? When this was filed. 428. It's not the whole indictment. The dude posted on Twitter for the people to download. Oh, all right. Is this where they talk about the new charges? I don't think this is, y'all, because I think that should date May 1st. Let me write that. Yeah, we write this, bro. Yeah, we write that. So let me show y'all what been going on, man. My fucking computer too bright. Hold on. Turn this shit down, son. Yeah, that's not it. So let me show y'all what everybody's reading. It's blurry. All right. No, I can't hit the bullseye, y'all. I tried. Is it clear now, y'all? back. All right, so let me show you what everybody's talking about. So this is what's floating around on the internet. Like, I don't think nobody actually went through the real documents. So this, man. Headline: Durk hit with new superseding indictment yesterday, along with additional charge of stalking resulting in death. Right? So this is the paperwork attached to it. On May 1st, 2025, grand jury returned the second superseding indictment charge from the August 2022 murder of SR, including an additional charge of stalking resulting in death in violation of the U.S. Code. Defendant Banks has presented a false narrative that he is being prosecuted and detained because of his violent lyrics. This claim is and has always been baseless. The superseding indictment contains no allegations about defendant's lyrics. Instead, just like every iteration of the contains significant allegations that show defendant alleged role in the execution-style murder of SR on a busy street corner in Los Angeles. These allegations and the other evidence the court considered during defendant's December 2024 detention hearing leave no doubt that defendant is an ongoing danger to witnesses and the community. And the flight risk, he should remain detained pending trial. So, I mean, I told y'all what that was, man. All of this is just an attempt to keep him, just to seal the deal. Like I said, I don't think they're going to get bond. To be honest, I think Durk should say fuck that shit and just fight his case. But this is the part they leave out. Look at this part. Nobody talked about this. Alvin sent me this. The government provided a copy of the new indictment to undesigned counsel on today's date. And the second superseding indictment, the government has chosen to, 1, remove the allegation regarding Mr. Banks' lyrics previously included in the first indictment. Count 6 of the superseding indictment. 2, remove an allegation regarding the payment of a bounty. It's blurry again. I might gotta take it off. Is it clear or is it still blurry? Should be acting fucking stupid. I'm ready to get a new phone anyway. Let me know. It's better. All right. Of the new indictment to undesigned counsel on today's date. In the second superseding indictment, the government has chosen to, 1, remove the allegation regarding Mr. Banks' lyrics previously included. But that's still bogus. Like, y'all used those lyrics to the grand jury. Y'all misled the grand jury. Now they're taking it out. So they're admitting that they made a mistake. Remove the allegation regarding the payment of a bounty previously included in overt acts. So he's still charged with murder for hire. Just the overt acts are changing of the first superseding indictment, and adding an additional charge of stalking resulting in death. So they don't have proof that it was a payment made. Obviously, remove an allegation regarding the payment of a bounty previously included. So this them backtrack saying that, we ain't got proof. We can't prove he paid anybody. Because if they did it, if they had proof that somebody got paid, why would they take that out there? Why would they take that overt act off the indictment? But it's just for them to deny bond and to strengthen their case based off whatever evidence they got. And it ain't no new, it's nothing new. It's no new information. Ain't nothing new, y'all. This is the same indictment. This is the same facts. So anybody that's selling y'all idea, they ain't got shit new. They ain't got nothing new. If they did have something new, why would they take off the payment? Why would they take off the payment of a bounty? Ain't that what murder for hire is? Paying somebody to kill somebody? So they saying there ain't nobody get paid. Ain't no proof. They can't prove anybody got paid. So what they doing is, well, shit, we can prove that you stalked them based off the flight records and based off the, you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, so this ain't what people making the same, man. It's not what people making the same. People see things and run with it. Like I can imagine what Trench's News said. Let's see what Trench's News dumbass said. I can imagine the narrative he spent over that bitch.
You want to support me? Go to Nene Marie 37 on IG and purchase a signed copy of my book.
The thing is, y'all, I don't
make sure you smash the like button.
I think the plan was to grab them boys and get them to tell. I don't think they tell them. I don't think Ronnie telling. I don't think none of them boys telling. Yo, so all they got is what they had originally. You know what I mean? All they got is what Jam told them and whoever else told them. On what? He probably did. You know, that's what them niggas do. He stole my take on what, bro? Be over this bitch stealing. Yeah, Durk, so he got an alibi. If he was in LA for a podcast, he got an alibi. Look, I don't know what them boys was doing. You know what I mean? Like he got room to fight. It's just that the feds pay so dirty. What's up, Jennifer? He's about to walk, but the feds just play so not walk. I ain't even say. He got an alibi. So he got room to to produce an argument. But you just never know with the federal government. Like you see what they doing. Anytime he got a bail hearing coming up, they do some shit like this. Every time. You know what I mean? Oh, okay. Yeah, it is. It's a cold game. It's a cold game, man. But this is what happened. Fight. You want to fight for your life. You know what I mean? Let's see how he tried to spin it. I'm sure he did. Most people are spinning this like it's new evidence, and it's not.
Go right now and follow me on TikTok at Trenches News 3837. That's my only TikTok. Oh, it's your boy Trenches News, and I'm back at y'all with another one. Appreciate all the support. Thanks for everyone who subscribed to the channel. If you ain't subbed to my channel, make sure you join the membership. Shout out to all my mods. If you ain't following my mods, you can follow their ads at the end of the video. Remember, if you got anything extra, I said extra, not food, hygiene, clothes, bag it up, take it outside and give it to the less fortunate.
He kills me with this. Nigga, stop acting like you a motherfucking advocate. Nigga, you a federal agent. Like, yo, you be tripping me out. Like, yo, you can't be an advocate for the youth and the federal agent Trenches. Like, you got to pick a side, bro. You can't be an advocate for the youth and a federal agent. You can't be working with the feds, taking people's fathers out the streets, and then then speaking about the kids and the community. Like that shit is backwards as a motherfucker, my nigga.
Evidence of lyrics and that pissed and said that they was attacking Lil Superseading Indictment after Drew Finland, which is Lil Durk lawyer, went on academics and said that they was attacking Lil Durk, that they had false claims, that they only had evidence of lyrics, and that pissed the feds off. Remember last time when Drew Finland said something, the other indictment came.
Yo, Drew Finland need to stop doing motherfucking interviews. Like who? I wonder who reached out. I wonder if he reached out to DJ Academics and DJ Academics reached out to him. Yo, and I heard, well, I don't know, it came from Whack 100, so you gotta take this with a grain of salt. That Durk didn't know he was being recorded on that phone call. And I think that makes sense because I don't think Durk label did that. Why the fuck would they do that? I guess they're trying to sway public opinion. Stay humble what it is.
Came out of the murder for hire in Chicago. On May 1st, 2025, the grand jury returned the second superseding indictment, charging defendant Banks and his co-conspirators with crimes arising from August 2022 murder of SR, including an additional charge of stalking resulting in death in violation of 18 U.S.C. Defendant Banks had presented a false narrative that he is being prosecuted and detained because of his violent lyrics. This claim is and always has been baseless. The SSI contains no allegations about defendant's lyrics. Instead, just like every iteration of the indictment before it, the SSS contains significant allegations that show defendants' alleged role in the execution-style murder of SR on the Beach Street corner in Los Angeles. The allegations and the other evidence in the court considered during defendant's December 2024 detention hearing leave no doubt that the defendant is an ongoing danger to witnesses and the community and a flight risk. He should remain detained. So there you go. Lil Durk has been hit with a new indictment, superseded.
You see how everybody's forgetting that other part. Like for the most part, every person that I've seen cover this superseding indictment forgot the other part. And that's the most important part. They keep talking about the charge that they added, but they're not talking about the charge that was taken away. Like, if you're going to report it, you got to report all of it. Even if you didn't have this information to begin with, you got to come back and produce it. Like, all right, so I see what they did. And they ain't do nothing, He's still facing life. Nothing changed. He's still facing life in prison. Still the same witnesses. Still the same evidence. They just removed the charge of regarding a payment of a bounty because they don't have any proof of a payment. And they charge it with stalking resulting in death. But these are overt acts. Y'all know how the feds do with the overt acts and shit.
And like I told y'all before.
Nah, it's still murder for hire. They just don't have proof that it was. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, the charge is murder for hire. But you got overt acts that's under the charge. Like, an overt act was Durk lyrics popularizing or glamorizing the death of Quando Rondo cousin. Another overt act 9 was a payment of a bounty previously included. And he just added an additional charge of stalking resulting in death. Which says they don't have no proof that a payment was made. So if they had no proof a payment was made, then who the fuck, what the fuck? I couldn't have hired them. I mean, would I hired them for what? They did this shit for free? They did it off the strength?
Shout out to the people who support me. I told y'all, man, that what the feds was going to do. They was going to sidestep them lyrics. This is the government, man. They purpose of to protect once they come in. They come in because your local police department can't handle the business. So that's when they come in. And when they come in, they doing their homework, the resources, and all. Nah.
Yo, a lot of times they come in like how they did with O-Block cases because... Yeah, I see what you're saying. A lot of times they come in... What's up, Hard Mo? Like they did with the O-Block case because they don't have the evidence. And the feds are able to just make up evidence, to be honest. They'll make anything evidence. They'll make anybody a witness. The state can't do that shit. Now, with this case, this was federal because of how it happened. You know, you talking about crossing state lines. That's why the case went federal. I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Drew Fenlon, I wonder what he gonna come up with now. Now that the lyrics are out the way, now you could get to the real defense of the plane ride with OTF Vonnie. You know, they saying that Lil Durk got on the plane, rode with him to California the day before the murder, and Vonnie got to business buying guns, cars, and flying in a hotel room, plus flying the guys out once they...
He's not really talking. Trenches News, he's the laziest YouTuber on the internet. This is just a video playing. He used the same video and play, and then he just talks in the background. Like, he ain't got that mask on 24/7 like that.
Committed the murder and paying them, and they stopped at Good Burger. So I wonder what Drew, his defense gonna be for that. And not only that, now they saying another murder for hire in a paperwork that had dropped 3 days ago. They saying that evidence will show from the sealed document once it's unsealed in a Montgomery Wilson case, which is a second murder for hire that Lil Durk is not being charged with yet, but they keep on bringing them up. Now these guys asked what a payment was. You know, that what a payment was, what Lil Durk at. And I know a lot of people say, oh man, Swipe, they ain't no evidence. Durk don't know them. Well, how can you explain the day that they said that Lil Durk will be down there next week, and then they end up in pictures with Lil Durk? You know, it's a lot that
shit don't mean nothing.
That lawyer gonna have to fight up against, man. And I don't think he made for that, man. I think he just a wave rider. Like, he a lawyer, right? He the average lawyer.
God, shut up. Let me get this nigga off my page. Let me go to that Drew Finley. Y'all watch that Drew Finley interview? I ain't watched that shit. Yo, he just want to be involved in that case. That's all the fuck that is. He wanted his opportunity to get on that motherfucking stand because Trenton News is a fucking witness or a confidential source.
It's time to take a spin on the new.
He's a confidential source in that other indictment. And the shit in Chicago. That's all it is. He wanted his chance to get on the stand and look at Durk face to face and snitch on him. Just News a hater, y'all. He knows it.
Biggest hip hop. Yeah. How do you get to elevate to that position where the rich, famous, the...
And I'm like, you're crazy. You're so amazing. And I know because of our relationship that guy's got like an IQ off the charts. And so they all share that in common. They're all young and brilliant people. And so they're looking at your lawyer skills. They are observing whether or not you have a crisp cross-examination, whether you communicate effectively to a judge. So you got to be the best lawyer you can to pass muster with those folks.
You brought up a very interesting point. So like... What you're describing to me, like you have a charisma about you, but I think you're exactly right. You don't try to just be around rappers and don't try to be in that lifestyle. I remember there was a lawyer, and I think this is like the opposite of that, where I guess.
Oh, all right, there we go.
You have to walk a fine line because the opposite of being on too far on the other side. I remember Max B, like he did an interview with his lawyer, and his lawyer kind of felt like the rapper than him. Then he got 99 years, and then people were like, "Yo, the lawyer was cool with the interview, but what happened in court? How do you prevent from being the person who's maybe media wise you're getting talked about, but You're like chucking these cases because again the result
self-defense case when someone comes in and they tell you they did it, or I've done the accident cases where I did it but it was an accident. Let me explain to you. The gun went off on accident. That kind of thing. So they'll say they did it, but there'll be an explanation, and that kind of goes to other cases as well, like a fraud case. I did it, but my accountant said it was the correct thing to do.
Are there ever cases where you look at the allegations and you're like, I want no parts of that? In terms of it could be just heinous acts that the person's accused of. It could be child molestation. It could be sex trafficking, whatever it could be. But you're like, you know what? This might end up being some high profile stuff. This could be a reputation hit. If I'm the person defending you, and especially the evidence kind of seems already super compelling and overwhelming. I don't want to touch this. Do you make those decisions?
Yeah. So I always say that we don't turn away a case because of the nature of the charge, just like we don't turn away a case because of the race of the person or the ethnicity or the sexual orientation of them. In like fashion, we don't look at the charge because I think that's the downfall of our profession. Respectfully to people, like I said in the beginning, man, I'm a criminal defense lawyer. I support my sisters and brothers that do this all over the country and stand with them in all their cases, whether they're public defenders or doing high profile work. I just think the system topples when we turn down cases. That being said, if you're going to come into my office and you're going to tell me this is how we're going to run the case, and a lot of con people do this, okay, then you can get on your Nikes, open the door, and run away as fast as you can, because I'm not going to represent you, because again, it's my way or the highway, because I'm the lawyer. So some people will come in and think they can dictate to you, okay, maybe because they have a lot of money. And when that happens, I don't want to mess with it. They can leave.
That's interesting. It kind of reminds me of what reportedly, or actually she put out via letter, Sean Hawley said about Tory Lanez. She basically said, hey, I advised him that going to court with this strategy is a losing strategy and that we should potentially consider a plea deal. And obviously Tory's like, fuck out of here. Like, y'all got the money. We're going to trial. She stepped down. If you and a client have a disagreement about whether you should either take it to trial or consider a plea deal, or maybe even a method of how it should go to trial. Like, for example, I think in that situation, they were exploring the option of Tory being on the stand and they ran some mock things and they're like, yeah, this is not going to work. And Tory was like, no, let's do it. And now you're getting paid still.
Yeah.
But do you...
I ain't trying to watch all this.
Deals after it drags for so long.
We talking about Durk.
Zero chance.
Whoa, he's got his hands full.
With the new 6-figure scratch off.
Never going to go anywhere. It was just going to die, which it has basically died. The YSL case, okay, just dragged on and on.
By the way, the election interference case, especially after they started the probe into Fani and the special prosecutor, I thought Fani was done, but then I realized the demographic down there because she got reelected again. Is she done with? Is she done with these RICO charges against these large groups? I think she learned her lesson, right? Like, you went at the president. That was embarrassing.
Yeah.
You went at YSL, wasted so much of taxpayer dollars, right? And also you wasted.
Hey, yo, but she won that YSL case. Like, yo, there people will go, yo, people were seriously mischaracterizing what happened. Yo, she won. Fannie Willis won the YSL case. As ugly as it was, she won. You know why? Because all them niggas took plea deals. If they'd all sat back and fought, she'd have lost because the case was garbage. Just like, what's the one dude that got found not guilty? But Benzo, she got all of them guys on plea deals. Damn near every single one of them. Years of probation. A lot of them boys are going to go to prison. For one, she took them off the streets for 2, damn near 3 years. Got them all on papers. Yo, she won. That wasn't no loss, man. That's all they want is plea deals. For the most part, that's all they want is plea deals, man. They get a plea deal, they happy. They don't give a fuck what they don't even care about how much time it is. If they get you on a plea and put you on a conviction, exactly. It goes into a conviction rate. If they can get you on a plea deal, stick you with some probation, that is a win in their book. They'll get you on a prison next time. That's how they operate.
Of these guys, but you're wasting taxpayer dollars. Lost that. Got no significant or substantial convictions with YFN. What's the point? You're wasting money, right?
Totally, and they need to come to an end, and hopefully they have come to an end, because, you know, if you go back to 2022, so, you know, my office is in Fulton County. I live in Fulton County. I love Fulton County. One of my kids is a public defender in Fulton County. One of my attorneys was a public defender, who's my son, is what our office. So in 2022, if you look at what happened when these cases were all kind of, you know, hitting 100 miles an hour, the jail population surged to 3 times its limit. It fit, I don't know, like 1,150 people. I think we got 3,400. I think in 2022, 2 dozen people died. I think 8 or 9 of them were from murders. And it's not the sheriff's fault. The sheriff can't move cases. But when the district attorney's office is taking their eye off the ball, when the district attorney's office is pouring resources into these multiple ridiculous RICO cases that ultimately all fall apart, they all fall apart. And then you're doing this other case regarding the election, all your attention is focused on other things, and your other cases are just not moving. And then you have tragedy. And tragedy is overpopulation in a jail, where irrespective of the fact that these people are charged with crimes,
now, I can agree.
That are in these.
That YSL case probably crippled the motherfucking court system. Depends on that shit last so long.
Served a few years in jail. Do a video. There were all corporate entities involved. It was a corporate transactional decision to do that. So some cop is going to sit there and get to podium and get a little publicity by ranting and raving without doing their homework. Do yourself a favor before you open your pie hole, okay? And do a little research. And then what you'd find out is that this is a professional.
They're going to put Drew Fallon on the hit list. He keep doing this. You heard me. You keep talking like this, his ass gonna start losing hella cases.
Shoot, in which major corporations are involved. And that's how these decisions are made. The problem is for some reason in this musical genre, people just assume the worst.
Conspiracy,
they don't realize
RICOs are made up.
There are
it's a
massive
bullshit
corporations that are involved. I mean, look at the record labels that we're talking about. Look how much money people are spending to buy them. You know the people I'm talking about. I mean, people that you and I know have made hundreds of millions of dollars selling their labels. And so
that's my man Pete, man. It's my guy.
That's
300, really.
I mean, and so you're right.
You get it.
And so, by the way, he did call me afterwards and tell me when that happened that he and I were going to take up golf. So when he's watching this, I'm still waiting. I don't play golf. He doesn't play golf. But I told him we'd be the two best dressed guy at the course. We're never going to play. We're just going to eat sandwiches.
Right.
We just have ways of. I did my.
Hey, Al, when you talk about Durk,
did my due diligence, and I knew he had the same attorneys in Baton Rouge that he had since he was like 14 years old, and I knew that these folks really cared about him, like they really cared about him like he was their own child. It was like a very paternal relationship, and so I said, I'll help, but you can't get rid of these folks. I'm not poaching. Like these guys, they love him, and as long as they're in, I'll do that. I didn't really have a relationship with them, but that's what our due diligence dictated. And they were like, all fine. And so we took a different approach. And we had this really long hearing down in Baton Rouge. I guess it was like 2020, 2021. No, it was December 2020, because we were all wearing masks and stuff. And we started on a Monday and finished the next Monday. And we did the motion to suppress, and we did the bail review. And at that time, it was Main Justice going after him. So Main Justice out of D.C. was combining with the Baton Rouge U.S. Attorney's Office. And
what's Main Justice? Main
Justice means the actual just DOJ in Washington, D.C.
Okay.
They sent their unit down to work on it.
Is that common?
It happens sometimes. Sometimes it happens in maybe smaller jurisdictions. They'll send their troops in, so to speak. And so we took a different tactic. I took a different tactic, which was that, hey, they're really, because the LA case against them seemed kind of like a throwdown, simple gun case that shouldn't be a federal case. And we presented it really differently to the court. And this judge, at the end of this hearing, let him out. And she let him out under the circumstances that it seems like that's what Diddy's people were trying to get, right? We got 24/7 security. But what I argued is let him go to Utah, because he had that relationship to Utah from AmeriCorps. When he was 12 years old, someone from AmeriCorps got to know him that came in from Utah and became really close, became like a second family to him. So he bought a home there to be close to that family. So I said to the judge, I tell you what, Judge, let's get him out of Baton Rouge. Let's let him go to Utah. He's got people there. And the judge said, yes, 24/7 security. So we got him out. And then he went there. Then we continue fighting the Baton Rouge case.
Young boy wanted to go to
very
Texas.
Complex, because the courts are constantly battling over the possession of firearm by convicted felon. It's still being heavily litigated.
By the way, not to cut you off,
No,
even though I am. So I went to he called it Gravedigger Mountain up there in Utah. How do you like
which house? Because he's been in several. The big one,
the last one.
Okay,
the last one,
that giant one.
Yeah. So it's literally on the mountain. So when you're kind of like trying to put together this bail package for someone like that, there's a lot of, like, I've been up there. That's an expensive thing that I could easily tell. He's paying an arm and a leg to be free. He has so much, like, it was one of the most complex, I think it was like this, private militia group that was the security. Yeah. Like, they were like really, I went there, there's like 5 checkpoints, and they were pretty good. And I was like, he got to be paying out the ass for this. Do you, when these things happen, do you kind of pull, of course he got a lot of money. Do you pull him to the side and be like, hey, listen, I'm going to suggest this, but you're going to need a lot of capital. You work with musicians. Do you pull their record label in? Because I know even with the Durk situation, there is a promise that Alamo will put up money.
Right.
How does that negotiation happen? Do you facilitate it, or do you let the money stuff the client and maybe their accountants figure out how they could kind of drum up whatever that you need to present?
Yeah. So first, let me tell you, when I, along with his team in Baton Rouge, when we got him out, it wasn't that house.
Yeah.
It was the house he owned at the time, which was maybe 3,000 square feet, if not 2,500 square feet. It was very modest because at that time it was just a home to be close to this wonderful family that he treated as a second family, and they are like his second family.
That's
so
a strange
I didn't have anything to do with that. I should say I heard about that when I got hired on what you just talked about 10 minutes ago, which was a new case in Utah.
So you didn't stay on for the whole thing?
No, I did, but I didn't know that he was moving. I did my job, and then that was it. He got out, and then the motion to suppress issue just got tied up in the appellate courts. Him moving around was a whole separate issue.
Well, what was the deal with that? Because I remember it felt like, and shout out to all the Young Boy fan pages, I feel like he got good results, then the government appealed, right?
Yes, you're exactly right. So we got most of the gun case thrown out by the district court judge. She wrote an amazing order, long order, threw it out, then they appealed. But there was still life in the issue because of the appellate courts continuing to fight over, and it's still going on right now, the issue of the collateral consequence of gun possession. Like, should there be an across-the-board possession of firearm by convicted felon prohibition?
Yeah, he got arrested. He got arrested in L.A. when the Baton Rouge case turned federal. That's how he got arrested in L.A. It was a state case at first, but when it turned federal, they went and grabbed him and booked him in L.A.
in that issue. But we were also litigating the issue of the videographers and whose property the videos were, things like that, because the video of the gun. So we were just mounting in litigation. And then, so apparently he moves to the bigger house, and then I'll get to a second. Then the whole Utah case happens. But before we get to that, I don't get too deep into the weeds. Now,
that could possibly, if the case was moved,
he was never going to get looked at that favorably in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Okay.
I mean, he had history.
Well, I was just talking about just the charge.
Man, that judge loved him in Baton Rouge. Gave him hella chances.
We thought we had a really fair judge in Baton Rouge, a very fair judge. But we felt like if we can get everything in Utah, we can get things done, because I wanted him to have this life, and I didn't want it to be 10 years. And so we went back and forth and back and forth. And the whole goal was to recognize the weaknesses in their cases and the strengths of their cases, and reach a part of the negotiation that would give him the opportunity to get back to his family, to his children, and have a career. And honestly, career was the last thing, because he has these kids and he has his family, and I just wanted to get him back to his family, because I look at Cantrell.
You are called to represent someone who he might not get along with too well, and we're talking about Durk Banks, okay, aka Lil Durk. How did you get involved with that situation, and what was your first thoughts initially, just even seeing what he was being alleged to have done?
Yeah, so
it's time, your time. Not
fans watched this interview. No, they
not
did.
just to go back to school, but
They watched the interview and said, you know what? Got something for his ass. We're going to take the lyrics. We're going to supersede him and take the lyrics out. But the fans say shit, man.
I don't really look at anybody that likes and dislikes anybody. Like, I know people, I don't really spend a lot of time looking at DMs. But I know people are commenting, going, you got to pick one side. I don't pick one side. I'm a criminal defense attorney, man.
Yeah. They try to have me pick because I'm cool with both guys. I was on the phone with Durk yesterday, and of course, Young Boy called me 2 days before. So, you know what I mean? Like, I'm the media, and I love both guys.
And I don't even, literally does not even enter my mind space. I'm just fighting for everybody as they come to me. My office is Switzerland. I mean, we're a safe space. We're a neutral space. I mean, if you come to my office, you gotta come here in Atlanta. I try to make it like a place that everybody enjoys coming to. Cool artwork. We support the local graffiti community, and I don't look at it like that. I don't pick anybody one side over the next. And here's the crazy thing: not one client has ever said anything to me without representing anybody else. No, man, when all's said and done, nobody wants anybody to go to jail.
Ain't nobody worried about that shit.
Nobody wants anybody to be in a cage when they don't need to be in a cage.
Yeah, you was not going, what the fuck? This is a dumbass conversation. Yo, I don't give a fuck if you represented somebody I'm beefing with. If you a good lawyer, I'm fucking with you. Like, people try to stay free. Like, all that other shit get put to the side, yo, when you talk about freedom on the line, yo. Like, I don't even understand why this is even the topic of conversation. Like, common sense would say, ain't nobody worried about that shit. You think Durk was like, man, I don't want to fuck with Finley, because he represented young boy. Man, fuck no. If Finley getting people off, if he's the guy to get, then we going with Drew Finley. Straight up. Shit's stupid as shit.
Maybe they have disagreements out in the street about music, whatever it is, and do their thing and whatever it is. But when it comes to
getting time served
for bullshit cases, nobody wants to see anybody rot in a cage, eat shitty food, be in an overcrowded jail for 3 years, waiting to go to court because the prosecutor can't pull their shit together. Nobody wishes that on anybody. And they know that when they come to me, I'm going to do nothing but fight for them for the best, man. I'm just not thinking about you in front of me. Like, I'm being
doing Durk a disservice
when it comes to Kentrell Golden, young boy, man. I think very much about that young kid that AmeriCorps came and saw when he was young. Like, I look at him and I look in his eyes and I see that, like, that young kid that just had fame and fortune so early. And I just want to do everything I can to help get to him and get him out of there so he can live his life. And the next person, I get the phone call on Durk, same thing. Never heard anything but good things about him.
Do you have to compartmentalize though? Because when you get deeper into, like, just the allegations in the case, they're accusing Durk of doing something to someone who is affiliated with young boy.
I mean, I guess they try to split the story.
And that might, then just put you in a
they
little bit of a
basically
pickle.
Doing the same shit that the feds did to Diddy. They just doing it, we want to get our narrative out there for potential drawers. I guess that's the only thing that makes sense. But this is going to make the prosecution attack them more aggressively than they already doing.
Because again,
same shit they did with Diddy. Like, yo, these people play dirty, man. Like, it's a tick for tack game. All right, you want to do this? This is our response to that. This is, that's just what's going on right now.
You kind of just represented one guy, now you're representing this other guy who, going back to the takeoff situation, right? Like, you would recuse yourself from that one. Right. But here, probably just not as close, and you're just doing what you do an amazing job at defending, innocent people. But do you kind of get into that situation where you're like, oh, snap, this guy was kind of accused in a roundabout way of doing something to someone who could have been associated with the last guy I represented? I don't want to be in a position where they're asking me things like, yo, hey, so what about, or they even blame me, like, well, you got that guy off, you better get me off, or you picked a side or something.
Yeah, so before everybody, I represented King Von.
Well, yeah, that is true. Rest in peace, Dave.
I don't even look at it that way.
Nobody ever said that.
Literally,
nobody
never even enter.
Nobody has now.
Did you represent him for the Atlanta case, the shoot one?
I did.
Oh wow.
Yeah, which case went away.
Some people felt like the feds were going to pick that up. The way how they just unceremoniously just dropped it.
Yeah, not that I had word of. At least when I was involved in the case.
No.
They
dropped the case because it was fucking nonsense. The witness stopped cooperating. Case is dismissed. Like, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, DJ, them needs to start speaking on criminal cases, yo, for real. He's not knowledgeable enough. His platform is too big, and he's not knowledgeable enough. So he's giving a lot of misleading information. But people watch him, and people think that his word is law just by views. Oh, he got 300,000 views. No, this nigga don't know what the fuck he talk about when it comes down to criminal cases. Now, when it comes down to hip hop, that's his lane. But when it comes down to criminal cases, he need to sit on this fucking jail. He need to sit on the sideline, man.
And so that whole notion of a conflict never really, never entered my mind.
Could you clear one? I'm sorry for cutting you off. Could you clear one thing up with that? Because there's so much internet chatter about that case. There's some people who feel like, hey, Durk basically blamed it on Vaughn since he died, and that's why the case went away.
Yo, nobody
Could you give
feels
us
that
a
way.
little bit more clarity?
Only people feel that way is the dumb motherfuckers that was listening to King AK-47. King AK-47 pushed the shit out that narrative, and that is fabricated. I don't know why he did it. I don't even know where the fuck he been at. Like, what the fuck? He was just assigned to Durk, and once Durk got arrested, he went to the background. I don't know. You feel me? But it say like he kind of faded away after Durk got booked. But anyway, he pushed that narrative, and that shit is false. You look at the video proof. You can't. That cop lied on the stand at the bail hearing, but you can do that at the bail hearing because the judge don't have the case, so you can say things that's not necessarily, it can be exaggerated, and since the judge don't have the case in front of him, it just go past. There was no video proof of a car that had 300 on the side. There was no video proof of anybody pointing the gun out the window. You can't see none of that in the video footage. And then you factor that in with the witness who stopped cooperating, case dismissed. You don't have to put it on King Von. And that story that King Von would have been charged if he was alive was fact. I don't know where that came from. Fannie Willis never said that. That didn't come from Atlanta DA's office. That shit was posted on Reddit or something. You feel me? Like, the case was garbage. That's it, and that's all. Like, I don't know what the fuck academics talking about. Anybody that feel like Durk told on King Von it just don't know, or just listening to King AK-47 without no facts.
How that case was resolved from your perspective.
Yeah, so I can't because a lot of that has been wrapped up in our protective order, so I can't even talk about it. Yeah.
Okay.
Not that it's part of the case, but it is in a segment of information that I'm prohibited from talking about.
Okay, so now you get the call from Durk. This is a tough one.
Yeah,
I've seen the works of miracles. I think this might be part of the Red Sea if you get it done.
That don't even make sense.
Me, I'm a notorious pocket watcher, and I think this is the best time to do it. Can we get some? It doesn't have to be about this Durk situation, but
I'm going off the facts. I ain't talking about nobody being honorable. The facts of the case is you can't see. Do y'all want to go to the video? Seti Nash, CSI Seti posted it. What the fuck is the name of that video? No, I wasn't there. I seen the video, bro. The fuck, you ain't seen the video? You can't see anything. All the shit that was said on the stand. Look.
Case against a rapper accused in a shooting outside of the Varsity will move forward today. Lil Durk appeared in court where a judge ruled there was enough evidence for him to go to trial. Channel 2's anchor Lori Wilson is live near where the shooting happened near the Varsity, and Lori police say they have video evidence in this case.
Bro, shut up, yo.
Jimmy, the APD says they used at least 5 cameras from local businesses, including this BP, as well as from the Varsity across the street in order to build their case against Lil Durk and his co-defendant. On Friday, detectives from Atlanta and Chicago testified in the criminal case against rapper Lil Durk in Fulton County Court. They say around 5 in the morning on February 5th, Lil Durk, whose real name is Dirk Derek Banks, and his co-defendant Devontae Bennett were seen on camera involved in shooting Alexander Witherspoon, a person police say they knew.
They were hanging out. They went to a studio to make music.
The rapper and Bennett listened to the evidence against them in court. Police told the judge later that night the victim, Banks, Bennett, and others went to a nightclub, a gas station, and ended up in the parking lot of the Varsity. That's when Witherspoon said he was robbed and shot.
He said his chain was snatched off his neck, and he had $30,000 stolen from him. And they stole the vehicle he was driving.
Police say Banks was seen on tape shooting a gun.
You see Mr. Banks' arm out the window firing several shots at the victim, towards the victim.
Banks' attorney says this is a celebrity witch hunt.
So you see all of that, right? Let's go to the fucking video. See if Anything he said on the stand matches up to this video footage. Check the video footage out.
If that's the same car or not. Okay. But it looks like.
How long is it good for your video? How long you
Now, real, let me know if you see anything referenced on that stand.
Okay.
Let's go.
What's going on, bro? How are you?
Yeah, he started cooperating.
So this is right before it starts. This is the car and this is the SUV. So you're gonna see it in just 1 second.
So the car with the lights on was also involved.
That's the car that the gentleman was in. Like I said, if you're looking at it, hey guys, so in a minute you're about to see it.
Okay.
So I can't tell where he came up from, but you're gonna see the green shoes in a minute.
Okay.
Get your elbow over a little bit.
So look at right here. This is the car. The SUV behind it is the SUV. And all those girls are talking in the SUV.
The case was dropped, bro, for a reason.
I'm telling you why it was dropped. It looks like they're in the back tussling or something, but you really can't tell what's going on. But if you see inside of that car, you see all that tussling.
Right.
This is evidence right here, bro. You don't know who that is.
That's the guy with the green shoes. He's trying to push the door and all that. So I don't know if he has a firearm too, but I know he falls a couple of times.
Okay, there he is.
That's him. That's him steady running.
He got hit.
He's steady running, and then you'll see him fall out in front of us.
2401.
That car was shooting in that one too.
Okay. This one over here apparently is backing up.
Probably out of the mess.
Yeah. That's the car.
Cherokee there.
Yeah, so it's two Cherokees.
So one was the camouflage when it was saying.
Yeah, here, I'll take it back one time.
Okay.
I'll take it back again for you.
So that other SUV, that one backing up.
Who's that doing that shooting,
Might have
real?
been involved too, because I see a guy walking from that vehicle.
But
Can
if
you see-
like I said, when
can
you
you
see
see-
in there, you can see something's going on in the back seat of that car.
Yeah,
Can you see can you see Lil Durk with his hand out the window shooting? Is the question. This evidence. The police wasn't there even, nigga. Like, why the fuck you gotta be dumb? That's it. Yo, I'm ready to start blocking you every time you say something stupid.
We have 2 camera systems. This one.
Santa.
Yep, that's fine. See, now it looks like everybody's scattering.
Yeah.
Although he's just still staying there. Get up! Where are you? Where I need you?
Yo, we looking at the same evidence. Looking at the same evidence. You don't see none of that shit that the guy said on the stand. That's why the case got tossed out, bro.
So it already happened at this point because everybody's scattering now, and this guy comes way back here. Where are you? Where I need you?
Not guessing. I'm looking at the evidence.
So it already happened at this point because everybody's scattering now, and this guy comes way back.
We don't know
here.
what happened at this point because everybody's scattering now.
There's another. This is the car. Pulls off.
Then the witness was talking to Basie. Basie talked to the witness. Yeah, the dude start cooperating, man. Case dismissed. No need to tell on anybody. No, he said he had a witness. Remember, he said the witness said that he got He got robbed for $30,000. They took his chain, but he started cooperating, man. Yeah, man, shit. Case was nobody had to be told on, man. Nobody had to. He didn't have to fucking put it on King Von. You didn't have to do that. Yeah, but let me show y'all this fuck boy Charleston. Where that fuck the video at? I saw Campbell did a video on it. I'm trying to find that shit. That's what I saw Campbell video. You better not try to strike my video, nigga. Bluffing ass nigga. Who posted that? Let me see who posted that.
Building your online business?
Salute.
Because daddy ain't there. Sort of like Snoop Dogg. Baby boy. Let's get to the tail of the tape. Let me let him speak for himself.
And this real, this your man right here. You agree with this message coming from old Charlie?
If you under 25 and you don't like her and she done come up pregnant and y'all was just at the club, fuck. Nigga, raise that baby. Get yourself together, nigga. Work on your credit. Get a baby 10 years. Wait till the baby 10, 11, 12 years old, and then you show back up as a daddy with something to get a baby.
Yo, that's...
Once you show up and you give them up,
Yo, that shit sounds stupid. Hey, yo. Like, yo. Hey, yo, y'all know, right? Time worth more than money. Do people still know that? Or do people forget that? Yo, your kids would rather be around you broke than not being around you at all. You serve more purpose being around your kids broke than not being around them at all, man. Like, what is he talking about? Yo, this is why I say Charleston White is dangerous. Because if you go to the comments, and I'm going to go to the comments, look at the people that saying, no, yo, you missing the message. Like, yo, this nigga did turn people stupid. Or he just exploited the stupidity in people. I don't know which one is which. But this sounds foolish.
you don't like her and she done come up pregnant and y'all was just at the club, fuck. Nigga, raise that baby. Get yourself together, nigga. Work on your credit. Get a baby 10 years. Wait till the baby 10, 11, 12 years old, and then you show back up as a daddy with something to get a baby. Once you show up and you give a mother, you can be gone all day life. Just leave them something.
Damn. Yo, this nigga said you can be gone their whole life. Just leave him something. Yo, he is pushing fatherlessness on children, man. Like, yo, this nigga is diabolical, yo. Like, yo, this shit is crazy.
They'll love you at the graveyard. You ain't never got to be in them kids' life. Leave a hell of insurance policy. They gonna be bragging about my daddy left me an insurance policy, but he didn't raise me. So you ain't got to be in them kids' life, nigga. But if you love the woman, you be in the kids' life. But if y'all just let another nigga raise them kids, please. Nigga.
Look, and niggas is laughing. Hey, yo, what? Like, yo, it's nobody can hang around, yo. Like, niggas sit around listen to yo talk bullshit that he don't believe, pushing this shit out into the world, and nigga think that shit funny.
And let the kids grow up and let them kids have a better understanding that they mama wouldn't. Because they going to try to blame you guys. They going to try to make you guys feel like you was a horrible piece of man if you walked away from the baby. And I just want to tell you niggas something. A present mother is way more detrimental than an absent father.
So what about Anthony Edwards, though?
He did the right thing.
You think he did the right thing?
He's a hero. Anthony Edwards, you got Jesus, Martin Luther King, then Anthony Edwards. In that order. Man, he third next to the Christ.
Oh, man.
Man, think about what this nigga Anthony Edwards did. He got a
Yo, Charles White is a fucking bozo, yo. Anybody that still listens to yo for information, you wasting brain cells, my nigga. So his goofy ass responded to Hassan Campbell. I don't really care what Hassan Campbell had to say, because he played dumbass games too. And I guess Charleston White got a beef with 607 on. I don't listen to that nigga. I listen to that nigga to refute the dumbass shit he say. To get a real point of view out there, because this nigga's dangerous.
Say, I'm something to do now. Figure out a way how to transfer that into ticket sales, and I see. He don't have no merchandise. I see. He still ain't got no website. He's stuck.
You got to. He's too big. You can't ignore him no more. Once a motherfucker get as big as Charles White, you can no longer ignore him. You gotta address him head on.
Pretty clothes on, with a few thousand people. He still ain't figured out a way how to transfer that into ticket sales, and I see. He don't have no merchandise. I see. He still ain't got no website. He's stuck on being a YouTuber. These niggas ain't figured out. Start streaming. If you sitting in a house like that, stream.
Yo, Charles, I know who I am, bro.
Pay way more, but you ain't got the game.
You just don't know.
You still stuck in time. Has been YouTuber. Little bit of me done come along, and I'm still present. I'm still fresh, and I ain't been fucked in the ass.
Be more what it is. Story to be what it do.
You, on the other hand, you done had a rotor-rooter. A long motherfucker.
So he said, yeah, he sold out. He's richer than he ever been. These niggas is diabolical, man. He sold out and he's richer than he ever been, yo. That's the recipe. Look at this shit he got on his back, y'all. Y'all got messages with Charleston White, bro. Fuck is you talking about? Like all these niggas know. I don't know. Don't get the numbers confused, man. Don't get the number confused, real. Okay.
Figure out a way how to transfer it. Stay dry. You cannot, in the state of Texas, make the type of threats.
Yeah, but you don't have 5 million. You don't have 6 million views on YouTube, bro.
Say he want to do what? Yeah, you call. Don't come on the internet talking all that. And then no. I'm gonna attack you, nigga. You think I'm playing? In the state of Texas, you gangster like you did the other day. I want to apologize to Charles.
So this is
you
beef.
Cannot.
You got a beef with 607 out. 2 characters.
A woman and a man. That's the
difference, nigga. One is a no-no and the other's a go-go. That ain't rocket science, damn fool. Yeah, no. And I heard you niggas living and you niggas stay with bitches and you ain't got your own place. When I see you, nigga, I'm gonna attack you. That's all I'm gonna tell you. You cannot, in the state of Texas, make the type of threats that you done made in the state of Texas. And I hear you live in Fort Worth, Texas. I promise you we gonna see each other. Every nigga I done got into it with on the internet, we done seen each other. And I done came out of winter. Boy, I can't wait to see you. I heard you looking for me. And I heard you was at Real Life Street Star with my brother the other day. You didn't say a word. Don't call gangster like you did the other day. I want to apologize to Charleston. Don't make me call gangster. Gangster, what that nigga say? He want to do what? Yeah, you call. Don't come on the internet.
That nigga name is Terrence. His name is not Gangster, yo. Gangster just stripped. You got that shit stripped from his name. His name is Terrence Williams, man. The Super Rat. Like if you want to address his whole name, that's what you address him at. Terrence Williams, the Super Rat. Not Terrence Gangster Williams. There ain't nothing gangster about the shit he did. All that gangster shit go out the window. Like he's no longer considered gangster.
Talking all that, and no.
Probably never did nothing gangster. For real, to be honest. That nigga raised his kid. Like what he do for the community? Like that's gangster. Like we gotta change the meaning of gangster. Gangster ain't just killing and harming your community. Like I don't think he ever did anything. His name probably should have never been gangster, to be honest. If we want to keep it all the way real.
Hack you, nigga. You think I'm playing? In the state of Texas, you've already documented these threats. I've already made it aware that I am afraid of you and terrified of you. So anything I'm afraid of, I attack it. Nigga, you can't scare me, and you done scared the shit out of me. I've never in my life had a man say he want to fuck me and he looking for me. Boy, I feel
that's
like
what 607 told him?
And you made these threats documented. Multiple videos.
Tell you what the fuck? These niggas is ill.
Oh, boy, you playing with the right nigga. Shit, you playing with the right motherfucker, nigga, bitch ass nigga. And you can't, and you a convicted felon. I get this man. Okay.
He's so quick to throw that out. Meanwhile, this nigga got more charges than me. Like the question is, how the fuck isn't he a convicted felon? Like I think that's the bigger question. Like he always throw that out about other guys. But how the fuck he ain't a convicted felon? This nigga charged got aggravated assaults, first degree assaults, assault with a deadly weapon, handgun on person, unlawful use. How the fuck aren't he a convicted felon? I think he's a federal agent. That's what the fuck I think.
If I get in trouble, it's gonna make for great content. But boy, your ass
is crazy. He gonna do like to that white boy. He gonna do it. 607 don't go do Charleston White like they was doing to ID Jake in the joint. Hey, he gonna do it like they was doing to Jacob Chard. You heard me?
You can't take them away. Oh my goodness. And you got the kind of history you say you got. Man, that's why I think everybody plays. So let's play.
They gonna slap box.
Fucking God. You get your motherfucking ass off the internet to represent God. Real people of God is not in the comment section. Represent God. That's a hypocrite motherfucker. Full of shit, bullshit, and ain't shit. Yeah. Y'all finna go back up there, man. I done had enough down here showing out. Showing you niggas how.
This nigga's a fucking clown, man. Now, I don't know. Charles White's a fucking bozo. I don't like nothing about him. He pushing ignorance. Him and 607 don't need to be best friends. I don't even understand what the beef about. They both pushing ignorance. Both of them. Two of the most ignorant niggas we got on the internet. Charleston White, 607 on. Damn. It's fucked up, man. Rest in peace to her, man. Real probably be slap boxing too. Like tell that DJ. Like slap boxing. I say, yeah, we be slap boxing and shit. Yeah. It's weird. Hey yo, New York Post is racist. I unfollowed this page, yo, because they put up a wild ass story. I forgot who the fuck they did that shit on. But look at this, y'all. Washed up rap mogul who founded hit making record label with Jay-Z on the cusp of losing it all or going to jail. Yeah, well, who the fuck is them? Who the fuck is New York Post to call somebody washed up? Get the fuck out of here, man. New York Post racist. I forgot I unfollowed them not too long ago for another wild ass post like that. You got Shannon Sharpe. Accuser speaks.
Because I don't want to, you know.
Excuse me. Yo, Shannon Sharpe, crazy as a motherfucker, man. What she must look way different than 10 years ago. Cause what the fuck is this? Fuck is this? Oh, hey, oh fuck, you got going on, man? Crazy.
We were arguing and he was threatening me and stuff like that after, but I didn't see him again after he raped me.
So what led up to that fight, that 2010 fight that you guys, I know that the argument ensued first before he allegedly raped you.
Oh, what's up with Real, man?
The argument was about the fact that he had.
I think Real been a victim for a large portion of his life, man. He's been victimized. So the only way he could knows how to react to it is to lash out in the comments and troll, you know, because he's been a victim his whole life.
Removed one girl from his house and put another girl in his house and didn't tell me. And he had asked me to break up with my husband at the time. We were just dating. So I was dating Shannon and my husband at the same time.
What the fuck? Bitch.
Shannon asked me to break up with my.
Fuck, bitch. What the fuck up? How the fuck is you dating Shannon and your husband? For one, you ain't dating your husband. Y'all is in a fucking committed relationship. Don't try to downplay it like I was dating both of them. I don't know, bitch. You was cheating on your husband. Fucking Shannon Sharpe. Like, keep that shit real, man.
My husband. And I don't recall for sure, but I think I did the 2010 incident. And then it came to abrupt end because I wanted, you know, Shannon asked me to break up with my husband. And I don't recall for sure, but I think I did. And so, you know, it's like, wait a minute, you want me to be with just you, but you want to move somebody into your house and not even tell me? So that's what it stemmed from. He's not a faithful person, so I wasn't going to be faithful to a non-faithful person. It just doesn't work that way. Not
yo,
for me anyway.
I told you Shannon Sharpe was playing the game raw, yo. I told y'all. How many times have I told y'all that, though, y'all? How many times? And I'm sure everybody heard this follow. How many times have I told y'all one of the most dangerous games you can play is playing on women? When you got women thinking you're in a committed relationship with them, yo, you are fighting a losing game, yo. You much better off just keeping that shit 100. Look, I fuck with you. It can't be this. It'll never be that. We can have fun. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? But yo, Shannon Sharpe was playing the game where he got multiple women thinking they're in a relationship with him. You're going to lose. You're going to lose. You know why? Because women are vengeful. And they willing to go the extra mile. A lot of women is willing to take this shit way further than men. Way further than men. So you're going to lose that battle, y'all. You would literally have to sacrifice your integrity, your morals, your principles, and everything you stand on sometimes, yo, to stoop down to a woman's level, yo. Straight up. And this is the same shit the other girl said. You know, he got her thinking they in a relationship the whole time. He out here fucking off and come on, Shannon. Nigga must ain't tell him. You feel? Somebody must say, tell Shannon, yo, that's not how you play the game, bro. You don't play the game with 30 girlfriends, my nigga. You're going to lose every time. Now, you need to, if you're going to play the game, yo, every woman need to know where they stand. If that's the game you want to play. If you want to avoid the confusion, the nonsense, the slashing tires, the busting windows, the lies, yo, you better off keeping that shit all the way real or you're going to lose. And Shannon Sharpe is losing because he played the dirty game. He ain't played the game right. Fuck is you trying to get a married? Why is you telling a married woman that y'all in a fucking relationship? This is married, bro. What the fuck is you doing, my nigga?
Can you tell us just broadly? I know it's probably painful to relive this situation, but can you tell us generally what happened that day?
It was fighting, and usually we fought on the phone and not in person. So
Charlene,
it was the biggest argument that we ever got in, and he was controlling, he was domineering. Shannon asked me to break up with my husband, and he was manhandling me beforehand, and he wanted to have sex, and I told him no. I told him no because you gave it to somebody else. I didn't only tell him no, I told him why, and he wouldn't take no for an answer.
Chasing the motherfucking white girl.
Overpowered me.
And I'm with a white girl.
Put his penis in my mouth. And after he got enough of that, he put me on the bed. And, this was all a struggle. So I had said no. And I said no, even though I was thinking that. And so it was the hardest.
She ain't say no.
Yeah, this is too hard.
She lying. She lying like a motherfucker. All right, that's how she looked in her heyday. Straight up, Charlene. Shannon Sharpe got snow bunny. It's snow bunny the man, y'all. Yeah, I really don't like that though, yo. Like, I ain't really interested in reaching out to a motherfucker just to slander a motherfucker. It should be no surprise that when someone famous is in the news, all sorts of people crawl out of the woodwork to share their connection to that person in an attempt to profit from that alleged relationship. Attorney Mitchell Schuster said in a statement, in many cases, those stories or accusations are nothing more than old news, fanciful exaggerations, or sometimes blatant misinterpretation of the facts. They are shared on social media or feed to reporters with an intentional factual omission and no regard for the truth. This is obviously purposeful, designed to create a fabricated narrative. This is exactly what is happening to Shannon Sharpe. And the resurrection of the case involving Michelle Evans is a perfect example. Sadly, Miss Evans became obsessed with Shannon and decided to manufacture a claim against him. When she could not find a lawyer to pursue her outrageous story, she filed a civil complaint on her own that is completely devoid of merit. The fact that Shannon has had no contact with this person for many years, and it's our understanding that she is still on probation after serving 3 years in prison for trying to kill her husband so that she could hopefully pursue a relationship with Shannon. It's a dirty game, man. Who the fuck reached out to that lady for an interview? Dirty, dirty game. Did y'all see that show? Man accused of killing deputy day after police fatally shot his son. Yo said, man, fuck that. Eye for an eye, nigga. Eye for a motherfucking eye. And that's 2 times turned this off in. Yeah, Finesse 2 times turned this off in, y'all. That's fucked up how they did Finesse. I told you, if I was Finesse, I'd have got rid of her. Sugar. Everybody got to go. You playing police games. He can't blame nobody but himself for this, though. You brought King around, knowing King father. You should have knew King father was a rat. You ain't do no due diligence.
You built. King Daddy told me you went to 2-3 different precincts. The first 2 precincts did not want to do it because they felt like it was a family issue going on. You went to another precinct and told them that I was a rapper and this, that, and the third mob ties and I can get you hurt and all that old shit. And that's what made them folk put that car charge on me. That's what did that. That's what did. My lawyer already told me the whole play. And then on top of that, to make matters worse, King told them too. King told them the same thing. Everything that you told them, King sat up there and told the police question King. It's in the report. The police questioned King about what happened. King told them everything, man. King told them everything that can happen and everything that been going on in my house. I ain't gonna put all that on social media, but y'all know what y'all did. Y'all told them folks that you jealous and you built.
Fucked up, he got a new child.
King Dad, but y'all don't understand that I'm having this pay. The lawyer's gonna let me know what's going on, man. Y'all dead wrong for putting the police on me like this, bro. And I'm finna get the fuck up off here, bro. But y'all dead wrong, bro. I ain't did shit but help y'all, bro. I ain't did shit. I'm talking about when it come to everybody that I cut off, bro. Everybody that y'all gonna sit around me no more, I did nothing but help them folks. They just wanted more. I ain't have more to give. I ain't have more to give. Y'all want me to give a motherfucker everything, then what I'm gonna do? So now I ain't a real nigga just because I cut a motherfucker off because they greedy and they don't want to work.
Yeah, it's in paperwork. People must have forgot. I did a video on that paperwork. Let me see if I can find it. Basically, what happened was they told Finesse. I mean, they told the police. They filed a police report and said that Finesse and his homeboy. Oh shit. Threatened him. Said they was gonna shoot it, that she was gonna shoot him in the face or some shit like that. Let me see if I can find it. That's what I just did. Oh, they didn't suck my views. God damn. Look. February 2nd. February 2nd. They put their arrest warrant on him on February 2nd, 2025. Just before YouTube starts syncing my channel. Oh, I ain't tripping out.
We're gonna have a serious conversation in front of the world. Alright. I told Miss Joyce, yeah, what's going on?
Joyce, that's the one that put the police on him. So Joyce was standing there to help with the kids. So this story, that's what he said she was doing.
I told Miss Joyce and I told Sugar, I had to talk with you. I want to do it in front of the world though, so I can show them how smart you are. Alright. So King going back to school, y'all.
They really just trolling, bro.
King been home school. King been with me a year and a half. How long King been with me? A year and 5 months. You count.
Yeah, but Finesse 2 times, he let that shit go on too long. See, about Finesse 2 times, Arrest warrant issued for Finesse 2 times after allegedly made terroristic threats to former artist FG King's guardian. That wasn't even his guardian. That's the bitch mother. So this is what the paperwork say right here. People must forgot this. Y'all forgot this?
You backtrack some more.
A warrant was issued after allegedly made terroristic threats against the guardian of his former artist, 11-year-old rapper King. 32-year-old rapper is accused of making threats against a woman acting as a guardian for King. The unnamed woman called the police after the rapper and his brother allegedly verbally threatened her outside of Smoke Shop in Humble, Texas on October 23rd, 2024. During the incident, King had joined his guardian as she stopped by the shop to pick up her grandchild. At the time, Finesse asked to speak with King, and soon after, the woman said that the child ran out of the store looking distressed and said, "They're trying to send me back to Memphis."
King ran away from me with a stranger because I wouldn't give him no money no more. Because I wasn't taking him to dice games no more. I wasn't taking him to clubs no more. King wanted it. That's what King.
Yeah, they did Finesse dirty, man. I believe what he said. It's in paperwork. Talk about how Sugar be trying, motherfucking Sugar Mother be trying to dictate. Try to use the kids as leverage. It's fucked up they did that to y'all, but it might just be karma. That nigga been finessing niggas for years. motherfucker finesse the finesser. Hey, the finesser that got finessed. That's how I watch lately. Yo, let me talk about this too, yo. Yo, Vlad. Let me tell something to Vlad. Yeah, these niggas be tripping me out, right? Vlad get these people on this platform and always try to like, you should think about leaving your own city. You know, most rappers die in their own city. Yo, bro, nobody try to hear that shit from you, bro. Like, yo, like, how do you get these guys up there? Ask them about other guys, stir beefs, and then say, man, you should get out your city. Like, yo, that shit counterproductive as a motherfucker, bro. Like, how you gonna be a part of the problem and part of the solution? Like, you gotta pick a side, bro. Like, listen to this shit. Like, he always do this. Sean Cotton does it too. They ask these police-ass questions and then be like, well, I just want you to get out your city, No, bitch. Stop asking them dumb-ass questions so they don't have targets put on them in their motherfucking city. Stupid-ass niggas. This shit not sincere. You think Vlad really give a fuck if Goyeo leave his own city? No. You think Goyeo is going to take Vlad's opinion? Fuck no. Because who the fuck is you? You're a fucking white boy. Ain't nobody listening to you, my nigga. Like, I hate these conversations because they're pointless. They're meritless. Nobody's going to listen to Vlad talking about, yo, get out your city. Ain't nobody going to be sitting back thinking like, damn, yo, man, Vlad said, get out my city. I need to move. Nigga, Vlad, that shit pointless. Vlad don't even care. It'd be different if he cared, man. Man don't fucking care. If Goyeo get killed, this video, no matter if it's a year from now, 2 years from now, this bitch go up again. You feel me? That's all the fuck they care about is views, numbers, likes, comments. They don't care about the people that they interviewing, yo, because if they did, they wouldn't ask them some of the questions that they ask them.
Yeah, but when I look at you, I don't see a gangster. I see a rapper. I see someone that actually has a real career, has real fans, can do shows that people buy tickets for, has real streams and everything. Like, all that other shit, you really could leave it all behind and focus on what you're really talented at and what people really are attracted to you for. You see what I'm saying? People aren't fucking with you because of your street shit. They're fucking with you because of your music.
Hell yeah, doing it though, and then saying you're gonna do it, it's easy.
Yo, people not even fucking with him. People fuck with him to watch him crash. People is fucking with Goyeo for the same reason people fuck with Julio Fulio. You know the crash is happening. It's just a matter of when. That man rode through stop signs, red lights, railroad crossings. Eventually, he gonna ride off a fucking cliff, and everybody just sitting back watching. And he's so stupid. See, the thing that confuses these people, right? The thing that throws them off is it's a dollar sign attached to the crash out. So a lot of times we making money, you think everything's straight. You feel me? So while he making his money, he thinking I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. But he don't realize the more money you make, the closer you getting to riding off this motherfucking cliff. And that's how it happens to him every time. The money clouds the judgment. The money clouds the common sense and the clout. It clouds what's really going on. And what's really going on is you ready to crash, bro. You ready to crash. If you don't crash, everybody around you gonna crash. Yeah, I think might be one of the ones that live. But everything around him dies. You know, we got those type of people. I think that's going to be Goyeo. He's going to be the one that lives, but everything around him dies because of his mouth. He will have to deal with it. Going to funeral after funeral. Because he can't control his mouth. But he might survive, though. Because at the end of the day, he talked that shit. Yeah, I'm in Fort Worth. Man. We'll see.
To say you gonna do it, but I just said it the other day to my partners. I don't know what it was about Fort Worth that just had his hooks in me for so long, and it's just, and I really think, and then I'm so crazy. I just got out of prison, and I came to Fort Worth because I had to come, and I remember like, man, I gotta get away from this bitch. I kept thinking in my head like, I gotta get away from this bitch, but it's like the second I finally figured out everything, I went to jail, and then shit. My whole life just turned upside down.
Well, can't you request to move to a different area?
Well, I could do it now. Like I said, I ain't on nothing no more. I got a little case.
Like, he's literally on a crash out tour. Sean Cotton has set this boy up on a fucking crash out tour. This man that went from Vlad to DJ Academics to No Jumper, crashing out on every fucking platform. And Sean, but it's been presented as an opportunity. You feel me? He's so ignorant. He's dumb. He don't even realize he being crashed out. He don't realize he being exploited. He's just stupid. But they can only do that to people that's low IQ, low education. Yo, you're being exploited, my nigga. By all the platforms. But since there's a dollar sign attached to it, y'all, he don't see it. He think I'm getting money. You feel me? Y'all get what I'm saying? He think I'm getting money. But he really getting exploited. Right.
Accounted for 2019.
So basically what I'm saying is that money he's getting, he's not gonna be able to enjoy it. It's not no longevity in it. He's gonna crash before all the money he got. All that money he got, fuck around, go to lawyer fees. He's gonna crash before he get a chance to spend it all. We've seen this before, yo. It's the same situation.
Saying that they just don't want to let go. Because they just evil as hell. But other than that, I ain't got no ties to
Okay, so you don't have to ask permission. You can just go wherever you want.
I'm finna go.
All right, listen, I'm going to say this before, and I said this before, I'm going to say it again. I've interviewed 21 people. Let me be more specific. I've interviewed 21 rappers that have gotten killed violently over the last 17 years.
That's a goddamn shame.
Most of them are around your age. And most of them have said, I'm not moving, I'm good. I know how to move around. I know where to go and where not to go. And it all ended the same way for each of these young African-American men.
I know it too. That's how it's crazy. You know how the story ends. You'll watch the movie a million times, know the ending, and you'll still just watch it happen. That's why I said I just wish I would have thought how I think now. I just wish I would have thought about it just years ago. But it is what it is. Shit, I'm taking everything come with this shit now. I'm too deep in.
I'll actually give you the list.
Yo, what the fuck is he talking about? Like, how did you think now? Because I don't see any difference. I see the same crash out young nigga that's being exploited by everybody around him. Like, what the fuck? How much did you change? Maybe he changed. I don't know, but he looks the same to me. I don't see no difference in the nigga. From the last time he came home to the time before that, I see the same young dumb nigga that's been exploited by everybody around him.
Just so you could have it hit close to home, because I don't want to be the person to feel like I didn't push this hard enough and something bad happened. So I'm going to tell you all the rappers I've interviewed that have gotten killed. Jimmy Wapo, 21. Doe B, 22. EBE Bands, 23. Jay the Youngin, your man, 24. BTB Savage, 26. FBG Duck, 26.
Oh, you got BTB Savage killed. Your bitch ass. It's like, how I don't hate about this shit. You got BTB Savage killed, Vlad. Them dumbass. You interviewed that man, asked him about a fucking crime that niggas still felt some type of way about, and came out that bitch and killed his ass.
Fulio, 26. Mo 3, close to home again, 28. Draco the Ruler, 28.
They'll never take
Takeoff, 28. Chinks Drugs, 31. E-Dave 632. Big Low, Chief Keef's cousin, 33. Slim 400, 33. Nipsey Hussle, 33. Young Greatness, 34. Lotto Savage, 36. Snooty Wild, 36. Young Dolph, 36. The Jacka, 37. Gonzo, 45. The oldest of this group is only 45 years old. That is not that old. Most of them are in their 20s and 30s. How old are you right now?
28.
You're right there.
I'm a kid.
You know some of the people that I've mentioned.
Yeah, I know most of them.
See what I'm saying?
Jimmy Wapo. You know, me and Jay the Young, we got songs together.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You know, I used to trip with 3.
Right.
I know a lot of them folks.
And some of them are household names, like Nipsey Hussle, who I interviewed. Young Dolph, who we interviewed. Like Takeoff, who everybody knows.
Oh, yeah, I know Take for sure. That's my boy.
This is what I'm saying, man. It's a sad story that could have been avoided. And a lot of these dudes, like FBG Duck and so forth, in my interviews, I'd be like, yo, you got to move away. Mo 3, same thing. I said, you should move away. I understand, man, going around your hometown, you're going to get more love than anywhere else on earth. But it comes with a price. You're going to get more hate.
Oh, you get more hate too, man. It's crazy. I told you I should have been left about this motherfucker. All my ops, they been left.
I gotta show y'all what whack bitch ass said.
Out the city.
I gotta show y'all what whack bitch ass said the other day. Basically, Whack 100 say, man, fuck niggas. You get some money, man, fuck niggas completely. I was like, damn. I don't think that's the thing to do. You just gotta make sure you pick the right people around you. Everybody can't go. This nigga Wack say fuck niggas. Wack gonna get a nigga killed. Gonna get a nigga family kidnapped. Like that's what I'm saying. Well, these niggas don't be knowing what the fuck they be talking about, man. Don't do it, Eugene. Hope Vlad asked him that. Yo, what did don't do it Eugene means? Like what was Eugene gonna do? And that'd be a good ass question. You know, the big U Paperwork just came out, you know, a couple months ago, and there was a segment in the paperwork that said, "Don't do it, Eugene." Can you explain that for me? You know, I'm Vlad B is just bluffing that. Can you explain what you don't do it, Eugene means? Like, what was Eugene gonna do? Like a bitch.
What they're saying is that this group of guys were flown out using OTF credit cards, were put in hotels.
What's wrong with that?
Using OTF credit cards, and went right back later that same day after the murder.
So now Wack the Fed agent is trying to act like he's on Durk's side. You know you're a Fed agent, Wack. You probably happy as shit, dude. You might have got a percentage, your bitch ass. Probably get paid commission.
Okay. On a flight being paid by an OTF credit card.
Okay.
It doesn't look good for someone like Durk when that
Okay,
happens.
so watch this. He was scheduled to do an interview out here with academics.
Right.
Right? He coming from
Yeah,
Florida.
he
He
did.
get a call. He coming out here. Cool. He gonna move his team. His team gonna be here prior to him getting here. A lot of these artists, they don't be wanting to see them dudes, so they got to see them dudes. Durk got a spot. He at the house.
Well, he was at Airbnb.
Whatever it is, he had his spot, right?
Yeah.
Now, Durk started.
And Red
slow.
one, Durk
He's
booked.
not a dummy. if he's setting up for that to happen, he's not going to even be here. You got a group of dudes out here, look, bro, we ain't got to hook up with Durk till 9 at night, 8 tonight. In the meantime, we moving around. They get a call. Hey, guess who in town? What? Where he at? They don't got to check in with Durk, right? Are they out here because of Durk? Yeah, but they out here to secure him or whatever he doing.
Wack Tough Card has been revoked because he ducked Big U fade for 4 years. Yeah, man, Big U wanted to break his jaw for 4 years and he ducked him. So I don't listen to Wack with gangster shit. Like Wack, cut it out. Yo, Wack don't even got the build to be able to fight. Like he look like he's slow. They gonna box the shit out of Wack ass. Slow ass punches. Like he ain't even in shape for real. That's probably why he was ducking Big U all them years.
Out of here in this interviews or whatever, he going after the fact, right? I'm pretty sure Lil Durk would not have set it up for them to be driving rental cars that come back to him, right? I'm pretty sure Lil Durk wouldn't have thought it was a bright idea to do something across the street from the Beverly Center. He's been coming out here for quite some time, right? I'm pretty sure Lil Durk wouldn't have thought it was a bright idea to attempt to do anything while he's even in the state, right? As far as the text of, hey, yo, don't make sure that shit ain't in my name. Hey, bro, that's standard for any artist when they booking rooms. Pay for the room. But that incidental and all that, make sure they put their own credit card down on that. Because you look up, I'll never forget when I took Savvy Third to Miami. What? I took him down there with his pops and about 7 of his homeboys, put him in the suite in the Fountain Blue.
Wow.
Friday night we get there. Saturday by noon, they can't get in the room. I call the front desk. These are some little Long Beach insanes ain't never been nowhere like this. I got them in 1,000 square foot squares, right? When we on tour, we cover the room. But you want to unlock that, you putting your card down there for that. So that's basic standards. So what's going to happen is Durk's going to have his management team or his label go back and show the pattern of him paying for the rooms, but them having to put their card down for that. Because what they're seeing is, don't put my card down, hide that I got this. That's what they seeing. Now, there's no doubt these little niggas, whoever they was, if they did it, right? Once you do something crazy like that and it's hot, shit, we can't stay around no more for what we came here to do. We got to get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? And then it's no doubt that whoever booked them flights probably didn't know what the hell they did because they like, look, bro, we got to get back to Chicago. We got to go tell Durk we out, right? I'm pretty sure Durk learned about it when he saw it on the news, right? But do I think Lil Durk, me knowing the Lil Durk that I know, staged that? We coming out there, I'm flying y'all out there, putting you on rental cars registered to me and all this shit to go do this to this dude across the street from the Beverly Center. No, I just think he's falling victim to keeping it real with the homies, keeping it real with the streets. All artists, bro, when you sign that contract, hey, listen, bro, screw what they talking about over there. Go the other way. Get you a team, right?
Yo, he said, Wack say fuck everybody. Like, yo, that's not how you do that, yo. Yo, you don't just say fuck everybody, yo. But you do gotta be selective about who you bring with you. If we ain't moving on the same page, we ain't moving at all. You can get niggas on the same page when you talking money. You talking money, niggas will get on the same page. I promise you. If they don't, they go back. Yo, but to sign your contract and just say fuck everybody, yo, that we not even raised like that. Like, I don't even know. Like, when niggas start talking like this. We ain't raised that way, yo. We not raised to get money and say fuck everybody. That's just not how we came up in our community, yo. A lot of us come up in communities, yo, with shit fucked up, and if somebody make it, nigga want to take care of everybody. That's just what it is. Now, can you take care of everybody? No, because everybody ain't moving right. But to sit back and say, get money and fuck niggas completely? Man, we're going to get somebody killed, man. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Right. We're going to get somebody, yo, niggas better not listen to this. This is what I be talking about. Niggas better not listen to this information, man. This is bad information. Produced by Wack 100. Like my man Corey said, Wack will get somebody family tied up, man. Yo, imagine, right? Imagine you coming up with your man, y'all day ones, y'all come up from fucking from kids all the way to adults together. This nigga get on. You ain't never did him nothing dirty. You heard me? Yo get on, get signed $5 million and just say fuck you. yo, hell no. Like, oh shit, because more than likely, you might have played a role in the come up. You feel me? You might have been promoting it. You might have did anything. Yo, just get up and just say, yo, I ain't gonna lie, yo. I appreciate the times we had. You know, you my guy. Yeah, you know, you my guy, man, but I can't take you with me. Yo, Wack gonna get somebody killed, man. Like, what the fuck is wrong with this nigga, man? Yo, but Wack has a serious disdain for the streets. That's how it shows that that's why I'm telling you he's a federal informant. He has a serious disdain for the guys. Like, he talk all that gangster shit, but he ain't on that for real. He ain't on that. He don't fuck with niggas. Wack want niggas in jail. Okay, I think Wack is mad. I think Wack is still upset. Yeah, you just gotta make sure you choose the right people. Everybody can't go. Durk's mistake was he tried to bring everybody. He was giving niggas the opportunity that he didn't even know, which, you know, that's cool to a certain level, but that can fuck you. You know, that can fuck you over. But yeah, Wack 100 is mad, yo, because the feds got on Wack 100 because of the shit that was going on in Death Row. And I think he's upset. I think he holds a grudge against street people. He was on live yesterday. What you mean? I think he hold a grudge against street people, yo, because of that. Because every so often it comes up in his takes. Yeah, you're right. That's exactly what he doing, Charlie. He try to get some more contemporaries.
Who ain't looking for a rep? Get you a team that ain't from the block. Get you a team. There's a few dudes over here that's about their business. Get you a team that understands what your goals are. Don't get you a team that's trying to prove something. Don't get you a team that's getting high. Don't get you a team that thinks you obligated to represent or promote what they doing.
A lot of people want to be like, yo, see, this the thing, yo. Like, his there you go. Another conversation that's just void of common sense. A lot of people just want to be like people like them. Like, if most people, I ain't gonna say most people, but some people, they don't like the industry shit. The industry fake. So basically, what Wack is telling you, yo, surround yourself around a whole bunch of fake motherfuckers. What about the accountant that's stealing from you? Like, nobody how many instances have we had where accountants is stealing from motherfuckers? So this shit that he's talking, you ain't even safe that way either. Niggas be funneling money, doing all type of bullshit. Next thing you know, you in an indictment. Ain't that why G Herbo got booked? G Herbo caught time because his fucking management was doing some little shit with the with the cards and shit. Well, he didn't get booked, but he caught probation. He did something. He got indicted by the feds because his management was doing some more other shit that he ain't know nothing about. Yo, a lot of people just like to be around people like them, yo. It's simple and plain. You know what I mean? Durk was one of those guys. Durk felt more comfortable around his homeboys, guys from his city. You know what I mean? But to sit back and make a blanket statement like all artists, public service announcement, all artists, when you get some money, fuck everybody. Straight up. That's the only way you're gonna make it. Man, fuck you right. You liable to get set up and killed that way too. A lot of people want people around them they can trust. If I got 10, 20 million and I'm walking around, I need people around me I can trust. I need to know what you're gonna do because motherfucking bodyguards fold. Bodyguards ain't always, they don't always bodyguard the body. You understand? Them motherfuckers get scared too. I might want people around me that I know for certain, because we done been in situations. I know if shit go left, I know how you're gonna handle it every time. And he ain't doing no telling. I'm just saying, the conversation is multifaceted. And these guys just make blanket statements and just put it out there to the world, yo. And it's like, yo, come on, bro. They ain't even like that. You know what I mean? Durk's mistake wasn't hanging with the guys. Durk's mistake was bringing guys along that he didn't grow up with. He didn't grow up with Jam, from what I understand.
The block. You hustle on the block, get off the block. You cannot take the block.
Right. Good point, Corey. Niggas get caught on tax evasion, but the whole time they think their accountant took care of it. Facts.
Because the block, I had your ass back on the cell block. That's a fact. Bro, you get that music contract, close that door, and go the other way, bro. Straight up. Don't even go over there to shoot no videos. Don't go over there. Tune it up. Whoever is a deliverer of bad news,
like, this is like who talks like this, yo? You understand? That's how you know, yo, this is federal agent talk. Like, who talks like this as a man from the community? Because if you're a man from the community, you know this ain't gonna work, bro. You're gonna get somebody killed, bro. You're gonna get somebody killed, Wack, with this dumbass information you're giving out. Somebody's family member's gonna get kidnapped or some shit like that. Because you just cut niggas off just because you got money. No other reason. Because that's basically what he's saying. No other reason needs to be mentioned. Just that I got money now. And y'all niggas broke. You feel me? Like, I gotta go. Y'all. Salute to y'all. Don't ask me for nothing. I ain't got shit for you. Matter of fact, forget all the times we had. We gonna act like that shit never happened. We gonna erase that shit. Like, yo, come on, Wack, yo, you dumbass. I seen this shit yesterday. I was appalled. Like, there you go talk to stupid again. And they bring these niggas on their platforms to give some of the dumbest takes in the world. Yeah. Yo, they bring them on their platform to give some of the dumbest takes in the world. And they distribute it to thousands of people and shit. Yo, exactly. Yo, that's how people get hurt, man. That's how innocent people get hurt. Listening to Wack 100. Matter of fact, listening to Wack 100 is what got Blueface dumbass book. That nigga don't got no advice. He crashed out Blueface. Blueface in prison right now, listening to Wack 100 chasing clout. And nigga Blueface wasn't catching charges before he got known. That man started catching charges. He started fucking around with Wack 100. He started buying into this clout chasing shit. Buying into all publicity is good publicity. Now look at Blueface. Blueface been gone how long now? A year? A little over?
Call me such and such saying this, turn them off too. Anything or anybody that's walking through your door or delivering you that information, turn them off and get to the top of that mountain to where you don't hear them or see them no more. That's it. Because if not, you see what the ending result is.
137 Wack.
Yeah, irresponsible situation. Murder for hire, Fed case, facing life. A whole bunch of other people. Yeah, listen, I think it comes down to if his co-defendants all turn on him. If they all turn on him, I mean, Drew Finley's a hell of a lawyer. I know him. I've interviewed him. I talked to him. He's a hell of a lawyer. So if anyone could pull it off, it could be him. So if he could start tearing down these other witnesses and so forth.
Look at Wack, the Fed agent.
We'll see, but if they all...
Fuck that. Now, if I got something to do with it, I'm going to make sure Durk is buried in the joint. I don't give a fuck what I said. I don't give a fuck what I said. I'm going to use all my resources in the entertainment industry and I'm going to send that shit to the feds. Nigga, he ain't never coming home. That's what he thinking right now. Hope I tricked him. Hope they really think I'm on the side now when they don't think I'm a Fed agent. Get the fuck out of here. You still the feds, nigga.
All turn against him and they all say, this is the ringleader. This is what he promised us. Here's some more evidence.
It's a problem.
In a Fed case, it's going to be tough.
It's a problem.
It's not a state case. This is not the young
and I think it's going to be some superseding situations that pop up.
Could be.
You see how he scratched his leg when he said it? Look how he scratched his leg when he said that, yo.
This is not the young
and I think it's going to be some superseding situations that pop up.
You know it's going to be some superseding situations. Police ass nigga. What you talking about? You know for certain it's going to be some. Bitch nigga. I don't like none of these niggas, y'all. None of them. I ain't gonna say none of them, because I fuck with a few of them. Oh, let me show y'all this. So, KB Goes Live did a video.
Don't let ugly stains from moss, mold, milk.
And salute to y'all. But he misleaded the shit out of people with this information. So the title of the video is Rolling 60s Members Flips First Plea Deal in Explosive RICO Case.
Oh, Big U, Brick Baby, Loose Cannon, Rolling 60s, RICO, and Indictment, right? I'm sure you guys are familiar with the situation. I'm not going to spend a lot of... Everybody was getting arrested. He's right here down at the bottom right.
All right, so this guy right here took a plea deal, y'all. But how Shorty is spending... And I don't want to, like, come at the yo, because I like... You know, he got a good channel for real. I don't see him with all the bullshit. But he wrong on this. So Shorty's name is Bus. I guess he was an arms dealer. So like I was telling y'all before we started in these RICOs, they might grab everybody together, but a lot of these people got their own separate cases. You know what I mean? A lot of these people got their own separate cases. On Big U RICO Indictment, it might have been what was 6 of them? I don't think he was one of them. He wasn't a part of the Big U enterprise. He just got caught up in Big U enterprise through however the fuck he got caught up. So he took a plea deal. But how he's explaining this plea deal, he's explaining this plea deal like this has some type of reference on Big U situation. And it doesn't. Because what he pled to ain't have shit to do with Big U.
Firearms, and yesterday paperwork was actually posted on Pacer confirming that this guy is the first person to take a plea deal. So we can see the case number here, CR240056, and that's the case number for Big U. That's the case number for Brick Baby, right? It's the same case number for everybody that's involved, and you can see it says plea agreement for defendant Christian Forbes, aka Bus. Okay, and the paperwork says this constitutes the plea agreement between Christian Forbes, also known as Bus, and the United States Attorney's Office for the Central District of California in the above captioned case. This agreement is limited to the USAO, that's the United States Attorney's Office, and cannot bind any other federal, state, local, or foreign prosecuting, enforcement, administrative, or regulatory authorities. And then it lays out his obligations for him to get this plea. It says defendant agrees to, at the earliest opportunity requested by the United States Attorney's Office and provided by the court, appear and plead guilty to the single count indictment, which charges defendant with engaging in the business of dealing firearms without a license in violation of 18 United States Code 922. He also agrees to not contest facts agreed to in this agreement, abide by all agreements regarding sentencing contained in this agreement, appear for all court appearances, surrender as ordered for service of sentencing, obey all conditions of any bond, and obey any other ongoing court order in this matter. He agrees to not commit any crime. He also agrees
you heard him
to
say it was a single count indictment, which means he's indicted alone. Just like how Brick Baby got arrested, Brick Baby is indicted alone. A lot of these guys that's in Big U case are indicted on their own shit. I think he just glossed over that part though.
Is important. Be truthful at all times with the United States Probation and Pretrial Services Office and the court. Y'all hear that? Y'all see what that says? He agrees to be truthful at all times with the United States Probation and Pretrial Services Office and the court. Now, I'm not saying that implies that he has given them information, but it does say that he agrees to be truthful at all times. It also says that he is going to pay the applicable special assessment at or before the time of sentencing unless defendant has demonstrated a lack of ability to pay. And I think the special assessment fee is like $100 or something. But it says defendant further agrees to the abandonment to the United States of any interest of the defendant in the following firearms, ammunition, and accessories seized by law enforcement on or about March 23rd, 2022. And apparently they found him with a Glock Model 48 9mm caliber semi-automatic pistol that also had a gun case, a .38 special revolver bearing no serial number, commonly referred to as a ghost gun. He had approximately 130 rounds of ammunition and 4 firearm magazines that they found back, I guess, when he was first arrested in 2023. It says B, he also agrees to acknowledge that he is the sole owner of the seized asset and that no other person or entity has interest in the seized asset. And he's going to complete any legal documents, including the ATF Form 3400.1, which pretty much transfers ownership from him to the United States. It then lays out some of the United States Attorney
attorney's office obligations when it comes to this plea agreement, and they basically agreed to not contest facts that are agreed to in this agreement, abide by all agreements regarding sentencing contained in this agreement, and at the time of sentencing, they are going to provide that the defendant demonstrated an acceptance of responsibility for the offenses up to and including the time of sentencing. They are going to recommend a 2-level reduction in the applicable sentencing guidelines and recommend, if necessary, a move for an additional 1-level reduction if available at that time under that section. It gets into the nature of his offense. It says the defendant, Christian Forbes or Bus, understands that for him to be guilty of the crime charged in count 1, that is engaging in the business of dealing firearms without a license, the following must be true. First, Bus was willfully engaged in the business of dealing in firearms within the date specified in the indictment. And second, defendant did not have a license as a firearm dealer. His penalties are this right here. It says Bus understands that the statutory maximum sentence that the court can impose for a violation of Title 18 is 5 years imprisonment, a 3-year period of supervised release, and a fine of $250,000 or twice the gross gain or gross loss resulting from the offense, whichever is greatest, and a mandatory special assessment fee of $100. Bus and his counsel have discussed the fact that, and the defendant understands that, if he is not a United States citizen, this conviction in this case makes it practically inevitable and virtually a certainty that he will be removed or deported from the United States. Right? And it goes on about that for a minute. I'm not sure if this guy was an immigrant or what, but they felt the need to put this in the paperwork. It says, in or around January 2022, Bus offered to sell a pistol to an individual he believed to be a potential firearms to the supposed purchaser, a Smith & Wesson model M&P 45, a 45 caliber semi-automatic pistol, in exchange for $1,200. On January 12th, 2022, defendant similarly sold a Bersa model 383 380 caliber automatic pistol in exchange for $750. On February 2nd, 2022, defendant sold a semi-automatic rifle known as a Ghost gun with a scope and of unknown caliber, along with the 60-round drum magazine, PMag D60 ammunition, and 10 rounds of PMag 10 magazine, 9 rounds of 223 rim ammunition, 56 rounds of 5.56 ammunition, and a black case laser attachment in exchange for $1,800. On March 10th, 2022, Bus sold a Taurus model GS2 9mm caliber semi-automatic pistol with 7 rounds of 9mm caliber ammunition in exchange for $1,250. Dang, bro was busting head. The Taurus GS2 ain't nothing but like $250. Bro sold it for $1,250. Damn, anyways, it said on March 23rd, 2022 in Carson, California, within the Central District of California, Bus possessed a Glock 9mm semi-automatic pistol, a 38 special revolver, various magazines and ammunition for each firearm, other calibers of ammunition, and a Glock gun box, all of which he possessed with the intent to sell. At the time, defendant sold and possessed with intent to sell all the foregoing firearms. Bus did not have a license as a firearm dealer. Bus made all of the foregoing sales in Los Angeles County within the Central District of California. Now, I don't know if any of these guns are the guns that Brick Baby was caught with, or the guns that Big U supposedly.
Yo, come on now. Like, Brick Baby and Big U don't have nothing to do with his plea deal. Nothing. His plea deal is about guns. Big U is locked up for extortion. You know what I mean? Extortion and money laundering and all that type of shit. His plea deal is about guns, man.
Had, but you can see they have a detailed report of the guns that he was selling to people. I'm imagining that these have something to do with the indictment, or they wouldn't be in the paperwork and bro wouldn't be pleading out right now. We'll have to wait and see, you know, down the road how this specific information impacts the other people in this case. But like I said, as y'all can see, they have a lot of information about what bro was selling.
Nobody else is mentioned in this plea deal. If other people was implicated, other people would be mentioned. This plea deal, he took a plea deal pertaining to him and his involvement only.
literally sit down and told them what he was doing. It then gets into some sentencing factors for him. It says that he understands that in determining his sentence, the court is required to calculate the applicable sentencing guidelines range to consider that range, possible departures under the sentencing guidelines, and other sentencing factors set forth in USC 18-3553. All right, and they basically gave him a base level offense of 12 because he sold 3 to 7 firearms. They added 2 and then they subtracted 2. And earlier we read that the United States Attorney's Office was going to give him a 2-level reduction because he's taking this plea, right? Making his total level of offense a 10. And these points or these levels that they're assigning to this case is just something that they do in all federal cases, right? They'll assign a base level offense number and then they will add on to that or subtract as needed in order for them to get a proper bearing on what the sentencing guidelines for whatever the crime is being convicted may be. So he did get a little bit of leniency, if you want to call it that, because they did remove 2 of his points. Anyways, he then goes on to waive some of his constitutional rights, like the right to persist in the plea of not guilty, the right to a speedy trial, the right to be
All right. I just wanted to speak on this because he kind of mischaracterized the situation as it's related to Big U. This plea deal was about him and whatever the fuck he was dealing firearms. I don't think nowhere in the paper do it say Big U brought firearms from this person and now he pleading guilty to it and now it's looking like it's the truth. They trying to get Big U on extortion. That's the biggest case against Big U right now. Extortion. What else I was saying? Let's talk about that with that. Look at these. Look at this, Lord. Deion Sanders doing good. Transfer portal. A lot of people switching teams going to Colorado. Shorty leaving from Texas. Going to Colorado. He leaving from Florida State. I don't know what the fuck the Cardinals is. Is that UNC? UNLV? Was that Georgia Tech? Oh, I don't know. They're going to motherfucker. They're leaving for Texas. Charles, what it is?
And he got arrested on 4/10, which coincidentally was the hood day. And he's got special term number 38, do not associate with known gang members. Now, the issue for him is he works at a nonprofit called Second Chance.
Did not know that.
Second call. Part of what they do is outreach to members of the community. So what I did is I had a case conference with the judge. I explained that when Extra was arrested, he was alone. He was in his vehicle and he was at work in Limerick Park. So when they got him, he wasn't associating with anybody, right? So I told that to the judge. I told the judge, look, he's out there in the community. He's doing well. And then 4 Extra addressed the judge and he said, Your Honor, look, I'm not out there committing crimes, right? I'm working. I got a driver's license. My fiance is 5 months pregnant. It's a high-risk pregnancy. I need to be out. So I tried to get the man 44 days, which would have been credit for time served. The DA and the judge said no. Technically, this is his 10th parole violation. And the last one, he got 125. And so the offer was 130. But I really advocated for my client. We were on an approach. It was just me, the DA, and the judge. We were up there. And the judge said, so I told the judge about the relationship between parole agent Jones and my client, which is very strained, right?
Very adversarial.
He's got a vendetta against Extra. So I told him that, and the judge said, look, You can file a 602 grievance, which, if you remember from state prison, a 115 is a violation of the regulations. A 602 is when you're complaining about the cops or the prison. So he said we should file a 602 and possibly even take up a writ if it's denied. So I told the judge, look, Your Honor, every time I call LA Region 2, they don't answer. And the judge said, you know what? I'm not surprised. And the judge kind of had a low opinion of the parole office, but he doesn't have jurisdiction over them. So that's the bottom line. But Extra definitely told the judge everything that he was doing, and the judge commended him for the good work he's doing. But he also said, you know, you got to follow these parole terms because you're not a free man. You're conditionally released into the community, and that's what being on parole means.
Okay.
And he got arrested on 410.
So first you gotta do 145 days. He'd be alright. He probably loved it in that bitch. Came out acting all fucking stupid. All you gonna do is come out and go right back in. These things be stupid. He gonna come out. First you gonna come out, hop on no jumper, and be right back in front of in state custody. That's it. That's all. What the fuck is this? P. Diddy confirms Hughes' decision days before sex trafficking. We watch that shit later. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, King did. Lil Durk got worked out his money. These niggas crazy, man. I don't know, man. Internet is a wild place, man. Wild place. Yeah, we're gonna be going live later. What time is it? 1:26. Probably go live around like probably just go live at 11. I'm off the next 2 days, man. We're gonna go back to the regular schedule time. You know what I mean? Hopefully I had that Durk paperwork by then. They just putting a false narrative out there, y'all. A lot of people, that's the thing about the internet. Everybody's speaking on criminal cases, yo, but a lot of these niggas don't understand criminal law. Don't understand paperwork. And some of these people got strong opinions. But I don't think there's no new evidence on Durk. Same shit. Like I told y'all, like I related to, like one time I got 18 traffic tickets, right? A lot of them bitches was just duplicates, worded different ways. Like that's all this charge is. It's the same murder for hire. They just took out the payment and added stalking. Same shit. Nothing different. No new information. Just so they can go to the judge and be like, look, well, you know, he's been superseded. You know, this is the reason why he shouldn't get bail. You know, he stalked Quando Rondo. You know, this went on for years. I told y'all the feds gonna play dirty. They always play dirty. Like we been saying that in every case. Anytime somebody got a bail hearing coming up, the feds gonna play dirty. Played dirty last time. Like why reference a case that he hasn't been charged with? That's like saying, well, you know, back in 2019, he was investigated for arson, but no charges was filed. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck is doing? If wasn't no charges filed, did he do it? If he didn't do it, why the fuck we bringing it up? But they're gonna try to find a way to charge Dick with everything they try and hit him with. Yo, you see the fixes, and he got a long fight ahead of him. You have to spend some money. That's the game. You know what I mean? It's the game, man. Gotta fight them bitches. You don't lay down. That's what you don't do. Even once you catch time, if you catch time, the fight still continues. Like that shit never ends. Just don't pull a Terrence Williams. Yeah, right. Don't pull no Big Meech. There's other ways to come home, man. And Durk, no, like I said, Durk got his father in this corner. Father been around. His father came home. His uncle came home. They pushed the pen. Got pushed the pen, find loopholes. They fucked up somewhere, especially when they got a malicious prosecution. They always make a mistake. Like Melly case. You know what I mean? That's why Melly case is the way it was, because the prosecution is malicious. You know, they found their guy that they wanted to charge, and they charged them, and they just overlooked everything else, overlooked other witnesses, overlooked other suspects, overlooked everybody. You know what I mean? And they just built a case around some shit that maybe they didn't really have the evidence for. That's what they do, though, bro. See, what I'm learning about the feds is the feds don't really follow the law. They is the law. Yeah, man. The feds, that's what I'm learning about the feds, man. The feds is the law. So they do things that's opposite of what the state could ever do. Could no state get away with the shit that the feds do? And they get away with it. It's just a dirty system, yo. Fucked up. That's that. Don't get caught in it. You know what I mean? Move right. You get caught by them people, man. The people, they're going to fuck you over at all costs. You know, the damn chessboard is designed for them niggas to win. Checkmate. You know what I mean? Hard to beat them people, man. When they stacking the deck. That's how they operate. Y'all crazy motherfucker, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. We be live at 11 p.m. Eastern time tonight. It's another day of QG News, and I'm out.